Bobby Miller just shocked everyone at Dodgers spring training, and no one saw this coming. The latest reports are saying that Miller isn't just improving, he's looking like the Dodgers' most dominant pitcher right now. His velocity is up, his command is sharper, and his secondary pitches are absolutely filthy. Some analysts are even saying he could be the Dodgers' true ace this season, ahead of guys like Glasnow and Yamamoto. If this is true, it changes everything for the Dodgers' rotation, their trade deadline plans, and even their World Series chances. So what's really happening? Let's break it all down. Dodgers fans, stop what you're doing because we have major news coming straight out of spring training, and it's all about Bobby Miller. This is the kind of update that no one saw coming, and it's sending shockwaves through the Dodgers organization. If you thought Miller was just going to be another solid pitcher in this stacked rotation, think again, because what we're hearing right now is something completely different. This could change everything for the Dodgers, from how they structure their starting rotation to their trade deadline plans. So, what exactly is going on? Let's break it all down. First off, Bobby Miller was already expected to be a key piece of the Dodgers rotation in 2024. But based on reports coming out of Dodgers camp, what's happening right now is beyond anything we expected. Coaches, analysts, and even his own teammates are saying that Miller isn't just improving, he's looking like an absolute ace in the making. We saw flashes of brilliance from him last season when he burst onto the scene, but now, it looks like he's taken his game to another level. His velocity is even higher, his command is sharper, and his secondary pitches? They're absolutely filthy. He's not just overpowering hitters, he's dominating in a way that has people around the league taking notice. So, what's changed? According to insiders, Miller has been working on his mechanics all off-season, focusing on getting more consistency in his delivery and refining his approach on the mound. That means fewer wasted pitches, better control, and more efficiency, all signs of an ace in the making. And here's where things get really crazy. Some analysts are now saying that Miller might actually be the Dodgers' best starting pitcher this season. That's right. Even with all the big names in the rotation, Glasnow, Yamamoto, Buehler, there's a growing belief that Miller could emerge as the true number one guy. Think about that for a second. The Dodgers spent over $1 billion this offseason to build a super team, and yet, their most dominant arm could be a young homegrown star. That's the kind of unexpected twist that changes the entire outlook of a season. But what does this mean for the Dodgers' rotation strategy? Before this update, most people assumed that the Dodgers would take a cautious approach with Miller, using him as a number 3 or number 4 starter while relying on guys like Glasnow and Yamamoto to lead the way. But if Miller keeps up this kind of dominance, could the Dodgers actually hand him the ball as their ace? It wouldn't be the first time we've seen a young pitcher take over and become the leader of a rotation. We saw it with Walker Buehler a few years ago, when he stepped up and became the Dodgers' go-to guy in big games. Could Miller be on that same trajectory? And here's another huge factor: if Miller is this dominant, does it change the Dodgers' trade deadline plans? There were already rumors that the Dodgers might target another big-name pitcher at the deadline, possibly someone like Corbin Burnes or Dylan Cease. But if Miller is pitching like an ace, do they even need to make a move? This could give the Dodgers the flexibility to focus on other areas of the roster, whether that means adding bullpen depth, strengthening their bench, or even making a surprise move for another big bat. Now, let's talk about Miller's mindset, because that's another thing that has everyone buzzing. One of the biggest questions for any young pitcher is how they handle the pressure. But according to reports, Miller has been locked in like never before. His confidence is at an all-time high, and he's embracing the challenge of pitching for a team with championship expectations. That's exactly the mentality you want in a guy who could be your frontline starter in October. And speaking of October, let's not forget Miller already has postseason experience. He pitched in the playoffs last year and showed that he can handle the biggest moments. If he's even better this year, the Dodgers are going to be dangerous when it matters most. So, let's break this down one more time. Here's what we know right now. Bobby Miller is taking a massive leap forward, and some believe he could be the Dodgers' best starting pitcher this season. His velocity, command, and secondary pitches have all improved, making him even more dangerous than he was last year. His mindset and confidence are off the charts, showing that he's ready to take on a bigger role. This could change the entire structure of the Dodgers' rotation, possibly making Miller their true ace. If he dominates early, it could impact the Dodgers' trade deadline plans, giving them more flexibility to focus on other areas. This is the kind of unexpected development that could make a huge difference in the Dodgers' World Series chase. But now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Bobby Miller is ready to be the Dodgers' ace? Should the Dodgers still go after another top-tier pitcher at the deadline, or is Miller enough? How big of a role do you see Miller playing in the postseason? First off, let's talk about Bobby Miller's role heading into this season. After bursting onto the scene last year and showing flashes of dominance, he was already expected to be a key piece of the Dodgers' rotation in 2024, but based on the latest reports coming out of Dodgers camp, what's happening right now is beyond anything we expected. Coaches, analysts, and even his own teammates are saying that Miller isn't just improving, he's looking like an absolute ace in the making. But it's not just about talent. Miller's mentality has also been a major talking point. One of the biggest concerns with young pitchers is how they handle the pressure, but according to reports, Miller has been locked in like never before. His confidence is through the roof, and he's fully embracing the challenge of pitching for a team with World Series expectations. That's the kind of mentality you want in a guy who could be taking the mound in big playoff games. And speaking of the playoffs, let's not forget Miller already has postseason experience. Last year he got a taste of the biggest stage, and now that he's even better, the Dodgers are going to be extremely dangerous in October. Having a pitcher like Miller who can step up in crucial moments is exactly what you need if you're chasing a championship. Last season we saw Miller take on some big moments and prove that he has the talent to be a top-end starter, but now he looks like he's taken his game to an entirely new level. His velocity is even higher, his command is sharper, and his secondary pitches are absolutely filthy. He's not just overpowering hitters, he's dominating them in a way that has people around the league taking notice. So what exactly has changed? According to insiders, Miller has been working all off-season to refine his mechanics and focus on consistency in his delivery. The goal has been simple: waste fewer pitches, improve his command, and become more efficient, all signs of a pitcher on the verge of a major breakout. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because this is one of the biggest storylines to watch this season. And if you want to stay up to date with every major Dodgers news drop, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a thing. The season is just getting started, and we've got a lot more to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.